And you have on Congo these folks who have this absolute hatred of the federal government, but who the hell is going to help them? See, that's the other thing. When you're in a time of need, that's not the time you should be yelling and cussing folk out. And so if I'm a FEMA worker, I'm like, you know what? Thank you very much. Hell yeah, I'm moving along. And I'll be like, yo, call Ron DeSantis' ass to help you out since you don't want the help. Because guess what? The governor, all these governors, the first thing they do, can the president declare, an emergency declaration? Can we get FEMA in? All these folks who vote against funding for FEMA and natural disasters, they turn right around and want it. When Chris Christie was the governor of New Jersey, and when he was like, matter of fact, even I remember Congressman Peter King of New York was ripping folk like Ted Cruz and others who voted against disaster relief when New Jersey and New York got hit. But when Florida and Texas got hit, they were trying to get that federal money. He was like, now Rand Paul as well. And so this shows the hypocrisy of these people.
It's extreme hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy from the state leadership. It's hypocrisy on the local levels. Like, these guys have been so indoctrinated to believe that the government's not supposed to be engaged in any of their business in any way, shape, or form. And they'll take it from whether they're talking about, women's health, or now to issues relating to disaster relief. They say it until they need it, right? And when you get into these situations, rather than say, I messed up, I was ignorant, I was hostile, and that's why I didn't get the service, it's this woman's fault, it's the government's fault, they did this, they denied me. What is someone supposed to do when you got a shotgun and you roll up to their house to try to give them service? And that's kind of like the disconnect that we see with some of these guys. They have so much arrogance, so much ignorance, so much vitriol for everybody else, but they don't realize that in this society, we need everybody else, and we need government services as well. And the fact that she has to suffer because of their ignorance, because of their vitriol, as we saw in North Carolina and other places, because of the way that they threaten people just doing their jobs to help them, that's the hypocrisy that just it enrages me on so many particular levels. And none of these guys are going to come forward. None of these guys are going to take responsibility. And like you said, Roland, I hope these investigations take place. And she needs to get paid for what's happening to her. But again, we are going to see more of this because these guys talk a good game, but they ain't building up their own wealth. They ain't building up their own ability to be able to leave their neighborhoods, to be able to escape these things that are happening. So they're going to need government assistance again. And when they feel like they can be ignorant and violent and get played like this, they're going to be more Marni's unless we keep an eye on these particular situations.